Conversation 1.
Hello, sir. Can I help you?
Yes, sure. Well, I'm looking for a new wheelchair. This time I will go with a modern one. One that will help me run errands, take the bus and subway, go shopping. Do all of those things all by myself. I'm so tired of depending on other people for everything. From this day on, I want to depend on myself and technology. And, sorry for the rant, but it's so frustrating that our city doesn't cater to the needs of the disabled.
No need to apologize, sir. I completely understand what you're saying. I see this happen every day, and I, myself, have a brother who has mobility issues. He depends on canes and crutches to get around, and I see how annoyed he gets when he can't do things by himself. Our city is not as friendly as it should be for the disabled, that's for sure, and our authorities and city planners should take responsibility for that.
I couldn't agree more. But you know what? That might be because able-bodied people have no idea what it's like to be in a wheelchair. We have no representation in the city council. We need someone there, someone who has a voice and faces the same challenges we do on a regular basis. What we need is accessible transportation services, curb cuts, threshold ramps. We need damaged sidewalks to be fixed, because, they make our lives so much more complicated than they already are. That's what we need. Oh, and there should also be regulations imposed on landlords during remodels, because inclusive cities must offer accessible housing as a priority. Well, unfortunately, nobody seems to care about that. Nobody with a voice and the power to make changes anyway.
I know. I'm sorry about that. I wish I could tell you that things will get better, but I myself don't see those improvements happening anytime soon.
And that's why, young lady, I need a chair that will help me overcome all these obstacles. What is the latest model you've got?
Let's find the perfect chair for you then. We have this.
Conversation 2.
Good morning. How can I help you today?
Good morning. Well, first I would like to sit down a little. Let me catch my breath. Someone parked in the handicap spot, so my son had to park a few blocks away and I had to walk.
Does the vehicle have a permit? Did you check?
I certainly did. And no, it does not have a permit. And this is what I find infuriating. I've used this walker for far too long, since I was 52 and had a serious back injury, and I've seen this happen over and over again.
I'm sorry you went through all that. Let me call the DMV, they can give me directions on how to proceed. Okay, the situation has been handled and we apologize for the inconvenience.
Oh, thank you very much. It's not your fault, really, but I very much appreciate the concern. Anyway, the reason I'm down here today is because I need a mobility aid that will help me in grocery stores, with the shopping and all the walking. Besides, 3 times a week I like to take my grandchildren to the local park, to watch them play and get some fresh air. I also visit my neighbors on a regular basis. But those simple activities have been getting harder and harder for me to do. So I think a mobility scooter would be a great help. You see, I'm an independent woman, and even though I need a walker to get around, I like to do things myself and I don't want to lose that. So it's time I made some major lifestyle adjustments and got a new toy to make my life easier.
We can sure help you with that. I love your energy. And thumbs up for your independence.
I need to stay positive, It's hard for us, the world out there. It's a jungle out there. People park in our spots all the time, they block curb cuts, sit in priority seats on the subway, get very impatient whenever they need to wait for us to get on and off the train. As if we didn't have enough problems already. And because we feel really bad about that, we end up spending so much more money than non-disabled people. Our cost of living ramps up as we try to avoid public transportation. Besides, every time I want to go to a restaurant I have to do some very comprehensive research on its facilities. It sounds funny, but using a toilet is an ordinary thing that everyone should be able to do. I went to a place once that was considered wheelchair friendly. Well, fine, then. I got there were portable threshold ramps laid out everywhere. So I thought great place, but when I went to the bathroom it was a nightmare. It had a heavy spring door that was impossible to maneuver around to get inside. Such a shame, because the toilet itself was good and quite accessible, actually. Anyways, I could go on forever, but let's focus on my new scooter. Let me see what you have to offer.
We have all these great options here.